How to get online small business loans. Getting working capital to grow your business can be done online. There are several options for you to choose from. Many of these options work even if you have bad credit, and a lot of these options will work for startup ventures. There are several players in this space. One decision you need to make is how much you think you will need. Another decision is the type of financing you want. This includes invoice factoring, a line of credit, a term loan, or a merchant cash advance or MCA. There are several online financing considerations. Often, your chances of getting financing depend on a combination of these factors: time in business, your personal credit score and/or ability to give a personal guarantee, and/or annual or monthly revenue. Sometimes lenders will want collateral. Forms and fees vary. NerdWallet, Nav, and Credit Karma offer comparisons. These companies are paid by their partners. Therefore, the companies they recommend are virtually always their business partners. Check disclosures on their sites. They should make it clear who their partners are. First, let's look at Balboa Capital. They loan up to $250,000. You can get 3 to 24-month terms. There is no collateral needed. Cash is provided in days. There is a time and business requirement of at least 1 year. Another requirement is $300,000 or more in annual revenue. Also, they ask for your personal credit score. They also provide business cash advances. They advance $5,000 to $250,000. You can get 3 to 18-month terms. There is no collateral needed. There is a time and business requirement of at least 1 year. Another requirement is $10,000 or more in monthly credit card and debit card deposits. Note, their fees are not listed on their website. Now let's investigate Bluevine. They offer invoice factoring and lines of credit. For invoice factoring, there are no reserves or minimums. Their system synchronizes with your accounting software, and they connect to QuickBooks Online. They also work directly with FreshBooks and Xero. Rebates are distributed on the same day. You can get up to $2.5 million in invoice factoring financing. Your business must be either B2B or B2G, business to government. They do not work with medical or healthcare industry businesses at this time. The business must have revenues of $10,000 or more per month. Submitted invoices must have a face value of $500 or more. The payment term must be less than 13 weeks, but the due date also must be at least a week away. Fees for invoice factoring are as follows: flat 85 to 90% advance rates, free ACH 1 to 2 day delivery, and $15 per wire, same day delivery. Bluevine will penalize you for deadbeat clients. If they don't pay their invoice, you are responsible for paying, and you must have a consumer credit score of 530 plus. They also offer a true revolving line of credit for up to $150,000. It has a 24-hour approval. The business must have revenues of $10,000 or more per month. Flex credit lines currently run from $5,000 to $100,000. Interest is as low as 4.8%. There are no maintenance or unused credit fees. You must have a consumer credit score of 600 plus. Let's check out Bond Street. They offer term loans of $10,000 to $1 million with terms of up to 1 to 3 years. They ask for both your EIN and your Social Security number. The offer arrives within 3 days. They only do a soft credit pull. A 640 plus credit score is most likely to get a loan, but they will look at other factors. There is a 2 years time and business requirement. Plus, there is a required annual revenue of at least $200,000. Rates start at 6% and go up to 22%. APR is 8 to 25%. There is a 3 to 5% origination fee. Now let's look at Can Capital, or CC. They offer term loans and MCAs. For term loans, funds are sent in days. You have daily fixed payments with automatic withdrawals. Term loan considerations. Funding of up to $2,500 to $150,000 per location is available. Terms 6 to 18 months. No personal collateral is required. There is a 3% origination fee. Prepayment discount available. For merchant capital advances, funds are sent in days. Funding of $2,500 to $150,000 per location is available. There are variable daily payments but no maturity date. You pay a $395 administration fee. Now let's investigate Fundation Group LLC. They offer term loans and lines of credit. For term loans, there is funding as soon as one business day. $20,000 to $500,000 is available. Terms 1 to 4 years. Payments are twice per month. No specific collateral is needed, but they do want a personal guarantee. There will be an added UCC1 blanket lien for most borrowers. There is a 1-year time and business requirement. The company must have at least 3 employees and at least $100,000 in annual revenue. You will need to have good personal credit. Rates are risk-based. The higher the risk, the higher the rate. APR is 7.99% to 29.99%. There is up to a 5.0% origination fee, deducted from net proceeds. There are no prepayment fees. For lines of credit, $20,000 to $100,000 is available. There is a new balance after each draw is amortized in equal installment over 18 months. Payments are monthly. No specific collateral needed, but they want a personal guarantee. They add a UCC1 blanket lien for most borrowers. There is a 1-year time and business requirement. The company must have at least 3 employees and at least $100,000 in annual revenue. You need good personal credit. There is a $500 closing fee. A 2% draw fee is deducted from each draw. The rates are risk-based. The higher the risk, the higher the rate. The APR is 7.99% to 29.99%. There are no prepayment fees. Let's take a good look at Fundbox next. They offer invoice financing, factoring, and business lines of credit. For invoice financing, Fundbox does not communicate directly with your customers. You continue to do so. Fees start at 4.66% of the amount drawn. If you pay early, then the remaining draw amount plus 1 weekly fee is debited from your account on the upcoming payment date. If you miss a payment, your late fee is 3 times your weekly payment plus an ACH missed payment reimbursement fee. For business lines of credit, you can get a line of credit up to $30,000 within 1 hour and up to $100,000 with financials. There is no personal credit score requirement. They just want to connect to your business bank account. You can get up to $100,000 in credit. Accounting software they support includes FreshBooks, Invoice ASAP, PayPal, QuickBooks Desktop, QuickBooks Online, and Zoho. Now let's check out Fundera. They provide term loans, business lines of credit, and invoice financing. For term loans, 1+ years time in business is required. A 600+ credit score is required. The company must have $90,000 plus in annual revenue. You can get term loans of $25,000 to $500,000. The terms are of 1 to 5 years. They are as little as 2 days to approval. There are 7 to 30% interest rates. However, there are possible prepayment penalties. For business lines of credit, 6+ months time in business required. The company must have $50,000 plus in annual revenue. $10,000 to over $1 million in funding available. There are 6 months to 5-year terms. Approval in as little as 1 day. There are 7 to 25% interest rates. They may require collateral. There are higher rates for lower credit scores. For invoice financing, 6+ months time in business is required. The company must have $50,000 plus annual revenue. The maximum advance equals 50 to 90% total amount of invoice. Approval in as little as 1 day. When the customer pays, you receive the remaining 10 to 50% minus fees. Fees are generally 3% plus a percent per week outstanding. Fees are based on the time it takes for customers to pay off the invoice. Let's take a look at Funding Circle. They are a peer-to-peer business lender. You can borrow from $25,000 to $500,000. Decisions are in as little as 24 hours, with funding in as little as 5 days. Repay from 6 months to 5 years. The rates go from 4.99% per year. There are no prepayment penalties. Origination fees are 0.99% to 6.99%. There is a late fee of 10% of any missed payment. There is also a $35 insufficient funds fee. Let's explore Kabbage. They offer lines of credit of up to $150,000. You can qualify in 10 minutes. The terms are of 6 or 12 months. A 6-month loan minimum is $2,000. The 12-month loan minimum is $10,000. The company must be in business 1 or more years. Business revenue must be $50,000 annually or $4,200 a month over the last 3 years. Kabbage links to your bank or merchant's accounts to understand your cash flow and decide how much you can afford to borrow. The lines of credit run from $2,000 to $150,000. There are no fees to apply or establish your line. Pay fees only on what you take. The fees range from 1.5% to 10%. Rates are based on business performance factors. You can save money with early payments. Now it's time to check out LendCred. They offer unsecured business credit lines with a $50,000 guaranteed minimum. You can get $25,000 to $100,000 in the first 30 days. You will be denied if you have a consumer credit utilization rate of greater than 30%. They boast a 0% introductory rate. Let's look at LendingClub. They offer term loans. Business loans range from $5,000 to $300,000. The loan terms are 1 to 5 years. You can get a quote in less than 5 minutes, with funds available in as little as 48 hours if approved. There are no prepayment penalties. Annual revenue must be $75,000. The company must be in business for 2 years or more. You must have a personal FICO score of 620 plus. There are rates of 5.99% to 29.99%. There are total annualized rates starting at 8%. Let's check out Lendio. They offer business lines of credit and term loans. For business lines of credit, the loan amounts are $1,000 to $500,000. The loan term has a 1 to 2 year maturity date. Payment frequency is monthly. Time to fund is 1 to 4 weeks. The rate is 8% to 24% interest. For term loans, the loan amounts are $5,000 to $2 million. The loan term is 1 to 5 years. Your payment frequency can be weekly, bi-monthly, or monthly. Time to funds, 1 day to 4 weeks. The rate is 6% to 30%. For short-term loans, loan amounts are $2,500 to $500,000. The loan term is 1 to 3 years. Your payment frequency can be daily, weekly, or bi-monthly. The time to fund is 1 to 4 weeks. The rate is 8% to 13% interest. Let's look at OnDeck. They offer short-term loans and lines of credit. For short-term loans, the amounts are $5,000 to $250,000. The terms are 3 to 24 months. You must have annual revenue of $100,000 or more. You must have a personal FICO score of 500 or better, and must be in business 12 months or more. There is an 8.5% to 79% APR. For lines of credit, the amounts are $5,000 to $100,000. The term is 6 months. You must have annual revenue of $100,000 or more. Your personal FICO score must be 600 or better. You must be in business 9 months or more. The APR is 13.99% to 36%. Now let's take a look at PayPal Working Capital. They offer loans. There is a fixed fee of $500. There is no credit check. The maximum loan amount can be up to 30% of annual PayPal sales. You can get no more than $97,000 for a first loan. A third loan can be up to $125,000. Funding is in minutes, and there is no early payment penalty. You must have a PayPal Business or Premier account for 3 months or more. You must process $20,000 to $20 million in annual PayPal sales with a Premier PayPal account, or $15,000 to $200 million in annual PayPal sales with a business PayPal account. You must pay off any existing PayPal working capital loan to get a new loan. These loans are available in the U.S., Australia, and the UK. Automatic repayments are deducted as a percentage of each PayPal sale. The fee is based on business's PayPal sales history, loan amount, and repayment percentage chosen. A higher payment percentage will lower the fee. Now let's check out QuarterSpot. They offer short-term loans in the amount of $5,000 to $150,000. Terms are 9 to 18 months. You must have annual revenue of $100,000 or more, and you must have a personal FICO score of 550 or better. Minimal time in business is 12 months. You must have a minimum average bank balance of $2,000. The business must have at least 2 employees. The borrower must own at least 50% of the business. The rates are 23% to 52%. Let's look at Rapid Advance now. They offer standard, select, and preferred loans. For standard loans, they offer $5,000 to $1 million. The terms are 4 to 12 months. The company must have annual revenue of $120,000 or more. You must have a personal FICO score of 580 or better. The minimum time in business is 2 years. There is a 1.16 to 1.3 factor rate. For select loans, they offer $15,000 to $1 million. Terms 6 to 15 months. The company must have annual revenue of $240,000 or more. You must have a personal FICO score of 620 or better. The minimum time in business, 3 years. There is a 1.12 to 1.31 factor rate. For preferred loans, the amounts are $15,000 to $200,000. The terms are 9 to 18 months. The company must have annual revenue of $240,000 or more. You must have a personal FICO score of 660 or better. The minimum time in business is 6 years. You must have minimum bank balance of $10,000 or more. Borrowers must have at least 10 deposits from 5 different sources every month. There is a 1.11 to 1.25 factor rate. Recap for how to get online small business loans. There is a wealth of options. Time in business, revenues, and consumer credit scores tend to be important. Terms vary, as do interest rates and fees. Some require a personal guarantee or will add a UCC lien. Always read the fine print. Contact us today to learn more about how to get online small business loans.